Thanks for staying tuned. I'm Colin Abrams with the HGP SPORTSCAST. We begin with basketball. Guardians guarded the net against the pace setters, and the Cobras bit venom into the Eagles on Sunday night in the Ghana Amateur Basketball First, Second and Under-23 Leagues at Burnham Court. Action in the Ghana Amateur Basketball First, Second and Under-23 Leagues continued at the Burnham Court. On Sunday night, Guardians and pace setters went head-on in Game 1 of the evening. Guardians dominated in the first quarter of the game, putting up 15 points on the scoreboard to knock down the pace setters, who only made 12 points. The second quarter went down in similar fashion as the Guardians leaped even further to close the quarter with 14 and pace setters 9. At the halftime, the Guardians had an 8-point lead over the pace setters, who were only at 21 points. In the third quarter, the Guardians continued to whip the pace setters. They managed to end the quarter with 21 points over their opponents' 17. The teams closed off the game with Guardians taking the win with 75 over pace setters 61. Game 2 of the night was Cobras taking on Eagles. The two had a close game as they both ended each quarter with close points. At the end of the first, they were both on 20 apiece. Eagles in the second managed to end with 18 points to lead the game after Cobras only racked up 10, sending the game into halftime with 30-38 in favor of the Eagles. Cobras were in trouble in the third quarter as they were unable to pick up the pace and would have lost the game had they not pushed in the fourth. They ended the third 13-12. Eagles lost steam in the fourth, allowing the Cobras to put up 21 points to take the game from them. The tournament continues during this week. Colin Abrams, HGP Sports. The annual Indigenous Heritage Games wrapped up on Sunday with football at the Everest Cricket Ground. The weekend was filled with activities organized by the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs. The games concluded on Sunday night at Everest with Ghana Rush Saints football team and Puruma female football team winning the coveted football titles. Defending champions Port Kaituma of Region 1 went up against Region 9's Golden Rush Saints. Franklin Parks registered the deciding goal for the Saints to capture the win. In the women's matchup of the night, Region 7's Puruma played to a 3-3 draw with Lethem Gladiators before eventually winning via kicks from the penalty mark, 4-1. The Gladiators' goal scorers were Merle Percy, 44th, Stacia Roberts, the 71st, and Betsy Gonzalez in the extra time. The winning teams, both male and female, pocketed $300,000 and a trophy each, and the two runner-ups collected $200,000 and a trophy. Meanwhile, in the swimming competition, Region 1 won with 272 points, followed by Region 5, 114 points, Region 3, 102 points, Region 2, 43 points, Region 4, 24 points, and Region 9, 5th with 24 points. Colin Abrams, HGP Sports. And finally, clean bowling led by skipper Stephanie Taylor and Afi Fletcher sealed a 17-run victory for the West Indies women over the South African women in the first T20 International in Barbados. Kristen Macklingham has more.
Taylor grabbed 3 for 16 from her allotted 4 overs with her off-spin, and leg spinner Fletcher collected 2 for 17 from 4 overs as the South Africans, chasing 125 for victory, fell narrowly short in their pursuit at Kensington Oval. Fast bowler Shamila Connell struck in the first over to remove opener Lizelle Lee, and Taylor had Laura Voldwart stumped to leave the visitors 14 for 2 in the fourth over. The Caribbean side continued to tighten the screws, and the South Africans failed to get into high gear until Marizanne Cap hit 30 from 22 balls, but steady bowling in the closing stages from Fletcher, Taylor and Connell ushered the hosts safely over the finish line. The result gave Windies women a 1-0 lead in the 5-match series, which concludes with 4 matches on September 28 and 30, October 4 and 6 at the Brian Lara Cricket Ground in Trinidad. Earlier, Natasha McLean hit the top score of 38 from 41 balls to earn the Player of the Match award, and Deandra Dutton supported with 22 from 19 balls to carry Windies women to 124 for 6 from their allocation of 20 overs after they chose to bat. The series is a dress rehearsal for both teams ahead of the ICC Women's World 2020 tournament to be staged from November 9 to 24 in the Caribbean. For HGP Sport, I'm Kristen Macklingham.
Thank you, Kristen. And that is the end of our sportscast for today. Remember, if your dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. Goodbye.